Hey, teacher friend, welcome back to my channel. My name's Molly, and I'm a fifth grade teacher who helps other teachers just like you streamline your literacy block so you can spend more time teaching and less time prepping. And in today's video, I'm going to break down the difference of daily five versus whole group instruction. And if you've been here for a minute, then you know I've had a bunch of daily five videos, which I'm extremely passionate about teaching other elementary teachers how to use daily five to really benefit their classroom and make their life so much easier during literacy instruction. So first things first, I feel like I should define the difference between whole group instruction and what daily five really is. When I say whole group instruction, I mean everybody is together at once, either on the carpet or maybe they're at their desks, depending on the grade that you teach. Even though I've switched to fifth grade, I really prefer when I am doing anything whole group to have all my kids on the carpet. But as you know, fifth graders are a lot bigger than kindergartners. So it's been kind of challenging to get everybody on the carpet at once with our desks, but I'm still doing it. So that means everybody is learning the exact same thing at the exact same time. And the teacher is at the front or, walking around and talking and teaching something. The difference with that is daily five is just how you structure that instructional time. It's not the instruction, it's the structure. So what I mean is, let's say I do have a whole group lesson because I'm maybe teaching story plot, let's say. And instead of teaching it to everybody at once, I would be having my small groups, my book clubs coming to my table. We're reading a book together and we're talking about that one standard that we're going over. And the great part is, though, that not all groups are created equal. So yes, we want to be giving the same tier one instruction and exposing our kids to the same lessons, but at the same time, that's not always real life for what they're going to need later down the road. And so that small group time might also serve as an intervention as well. So while you're exposing them to what every group is getting, you're also tailoring it to help them learn the best. Right now in my class, I have 5 different reading groups. I have 23 kids. They're getting the same instruction, but they're also getting their needs met in our individual small groups. So daily five instruction means that the other children are working independently on tasks that relate to your reading and writing instruction while you're able to pull groups. Whole group then is just everybody doing the same thing at once. And there's a lot of teachers that are afraid of trying small group instruction because they don't know what their other kids would be doing at that time. But I would argue that there's going to be independent practice time. And so you're already creating things for them. The only difference is you're having to go around and talk to different kids. People are throwing up their hands. You're probably feeling stressed out, honestly, with whole group instruction versus what if everybody was working on something independently that you explicitly taught them how to do and you could just pull groups knowing that you're not going to get interrupted. That's what I love about daily five versus whole group. Okay, so I mentioned this a second ago, but I want to emphasize that it is the structure of your literacy block, not the instruction. So again, I've said this in previous videos, but don't come at me with the science of reading because that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm not telling you what to teach. I'm just telling you the how of how to get it done, how to get to your reading groups, how to have your kids working on word work, how to get your kids creative writing during that time and letting them just be a writer for once instead of always structuring everything, letting them listen to reading, all of the stations I've talked about before in previous videos. So if you missed those, please go check those out. All right, so next, you can give, like I said before too, the same instruction, you're just maybe giving it at different times. I even do this with my math group. So I do math daily 3, and I'm teaching the same instruction, but I might be tweaking a little bit of it when it comes to their independent practice time when they're working with me in that small group. I have had my 5th graders tell me hands down that they did not do it this way last year, and they love daily 5 and they love math daily 3. There's only one other teacher in my building actually that does the same stuff as me, and I happen to have student taught with her, so figure that one out. And they love it because they feel like they're not getting bored. They're not having to wait on me to help them because they know what they're doing. And then when it is their turn to work with me in a small group, they're not embarrassed to raise their hand. That is one thing I have definitely seen the difference of. And I know this is something that you probably learned when you became a teacher, but we always talk about how in kindergarten, all the kids have their hand up. And then every year after that, slowly a smaller number of kids are willing to take a risk and be wrong with their answer. And I've definitely seen the difference from kindergarten and 1st grade to 5th grade where I am now. And In my small groups, when I'm doing daily 5, when I'm doing math daily 3, those are the kids that actually raise their hand in those groups because they feel confident in their ability and they're not worried about being wrong as much. And it's been transformational with behaviors. I'm not seeing as many. And it's also been transformational for those kids that just want to feel good about themselves and feel like they are getting stuff right. So consider that if you are struggling with kids that aren't wanting to participate or having low self esteem, it's a great way to encourage them. All right, so make sure that your lessons do have learning standards tied to them. Obviously, that's up for you to decide in your school district at your school, but I'm not advocating for just making up projects and having kids do whatever. Everything I do has a purpose and a reason, and it's tied back to something that they are supposed to be learning in 5th grade. So, again, it's the structure, not the instruction. I would really encourage you to consider trying Daily 5. Go back and watch all my other videos on how to set it up. You can always send me questions here as well. I love talking about it. You can also message me on Instagram. My handle is the same as it is on this channel, at Literacy Fundamentals. I love talking about Daily 5. And my TikTok, which I'll leave a link below, I've been posting tons of Daily 5 videos and teachers are loving them. So go on over to TikTok. I'm at Literacy Fundamentals as well. If you are looking to streamline your literacy block and all of the things I've mentioned have made perfect sense to you, but you're just not really sure how to do it, then you should grab my free 10-step guide, which I'll link below, which will walk you through the first 10 things that you need to do to streamline your literacy block so you can spend more time teaching and less time prepping. I hope this video helps you out and that you'll give Daily 5 a try, and let me know in the comments below. Come back and tell me how it's going. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.